welcome to Triple T Thursday. That's tips, tricks, and talktorials. Today we're going to have more of a conversation, and it's going to be chatting all about how to use the community tab effectively. And so if you're into that, then hang out with us, and we're going to be chatting about that. Hey, Marcus, already in the building. Way to go. Way to be first, man. That's awesome. How are you? Good to see you. I saw you were live today with a specialist and like desk man, or I don't know what it was, but I saw it and I was like, oh man, I wish I had time to pop in. So I'm gonna have to catch the replay on that. But how are you? Great to see you. I'm just trying to set this up. I guess I can also ask while we're at it. What's in your cup today, people? If you have something in your cup, you know, let the class know. Hey, Discord coach, Keely's in the house. Great to see you, Keely. How are you? How are you? It's great to see you. Aw, look at this. All the cool people already. Look at that. We've got a milestone. Oh, hey. Awesome. Awesome. We have a milestone. Okay, I feel like we should celebrate that. Should we celebrate it? Let's see. How do we, let's do a little like as if you were joining the member, right? Let's go ahead and do one of these. Shut it up now. Yes. Keely, thank you so much for being a member. Marcus, thank you for being a member. Josiah, hey, welcome to the chat. How are you? How are you? Okay, one other thing we were going to do here. So I would love to hear, if you have been using the community tab, how have you found it most effective for using? So let me just type in one thing here. Oh, goodness. Using the YouTube. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for that. Hold on. Let's see. Community tab. Oh. Effectively. We gotta say all the things, right? Oh, it won't. It's too long. All right. Okay, so let's do that. Yes. And then let's do this and let's see what happens. All right, so I had my notes pulled up, so I'm going to pull them up here. So if you have never seen the YouTube community tab, it is a section on the YouTube channels that you see out there. And usually the community tab is going to open. It was going to be around 1,000 subscribers. They've dropped it to 500 subscribers. So if that is you, that's a good way to do. Oh no. So I just got back from vacation. We picked up my puppy from the dog sitter. He has been having digestive issues. Okay, he's been having some digestive issues. So I've currently laid out some potty pads, and we're gonna see how that goes. I just gave him a nice little. Oh, he's doing bad stuff. Oh, Cooper, no. Oh, he's looking at me as he's doing it. 1 second. Hold on. That was super awesome. Love that for me. Okay, where were we? Give me 1 second here. Yeah, no Cooper, no, right? I just ended up making a doggy diaper out of a potty pad tied together with a band of potty bags because I don't know how else to do it right now. And chasing him around the house while he's in his stance to do the bad business. So there's all that. Sorry for anyone who's been hanging in there. Let me get plugged in. It's okay. We all have tummy troubles sometimes. It's okay. So, let's see here. Coke Zero. I don't believe in the community tab. Convince me otherwise. Oh, honey, you're probably not even here anymore, right? No, Cooper, no. Cooper, no. They dropped it to 0 subscribers. Oh, there you go. It used to be 1,000, and then it was 500, and now it's open to everybody. All right. Okay, so let's talk about this. Super chat into the void. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate that. I'm going to need to spend it on doggy diapers. I'm telling you right now. Hold on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I will spend it probably on doggy diapers. His poor little tummy. I don't even know how to help him right now. I was cooking basically steamed chicken and rice and hoping that it would be a little something to help his belly. Sadly, so far, it has not been that way. All right, so let's chat about the community tab now that pretty much everyone has access to it. Fantastic for that. First of all, a lot of people, well, they don't use it. I mean, let's just put it bluntly. They don't use it. And, maybe they should. And the reason why I say that is because it is so difficult right now to keep people's attention. And YouTube, the one thing they don't really like is when you take people and you try and take them off platform. So that's follow me on Instagram or follow my TikTok or whatever else you want to say, right? So YouTube has basically given you your own feed, customized. And so in that feed, there are different types of content that you can do. Chatty Cathy and I have about 99 other ways I use to build community. Oh, I know. I know you do, Discord lady. All right. So, just plug in my phone so it doesn't die here. There we go. Number one, right? You can use it if you, let's say, like myself, we're on vacation this last few days and you wanted to let people know, hey, maybe there's a live stream, maybe there's not going to be, or maybe you're doing some on location type of thing where it's behind the scenes and you want to say, hey, this is what's going on, or this is a sneak peek into the next video, or it's really just a way to let people into whatever it is that you're doing. And of course, keep in mind all of the stuff that we always chat about with online safety. You don't have to post in the moment, all of that, but it's a good idea to have this in your back pocket because especially if you're some sort of channel that doesn't post very frequently, right now that cadence is usually what, like once a week tends to be for a lot of channels and people, they're usually telling you about once a week, but 7 days in between, there's a lot of other discussions that you could be having. So if you're someone who is trying to A/B test thumbnails, but you don't, let's say, have TubeBuddy where you're doing the A/B testing, even if it's a small select group and you don't want to do your own analytics and running a thumbnail for 24 hours and then coming back and trying to check the CTR within the last 24 hours, you could put up 2 images as a poll and then decide, have your community decide, hey, which one do you like better? And if that's something, you could start getting some of your feedback from some of your more core audience, and that could be something that you do with the community tab. There's also something, let's say you're an interior decoration type of channel. There's a lot of those, like 5 trends we don't like right now, or ways to design a small space. I don't know why I'm giving you examples. You all get it. So if you were to do something like that, you could also tend to poll your audience, and it could be anything from which lamp do you like better out of these 4, right? And then you could have something where it's almost like a March Madness bracket or something seasonality in like calendarily that makes sense. So it could be like, what colors or what do you think the Pantone color of the year is going to be? Or, what kind of design, or if it's 4 different options for design, if you're doing that in CAD or something like that, and be like, which one do you like best? And then maybe there's a video series that then illustrates how that room comes to fruition. But you do it based on the feedback from your audience where they're telling you what kind of room they like, right? So there's something like that. You could also do something where you have 2 videos ready to go. So forget the thumbnail part. If you have 2 videos ready to go and you can poll your audience and say, which video would you be most interested in seeing first? Would it be principles of interior design, or do you want to see like the best of home makeovers that I've done? Choose. Right? And then all of a sudden you're able to give some of the audience what they're looking for and have them have some of that anticipatory like reveal and, excitement, right? So if you think about it that way, it could be something where you're teasing out something that's new. It could be something where you're saying like, hey, April, gosh, you know what? In a couple of weeks, you know what it's going to be? It's gonna be May. So you could do something also along those lines where it's kind of like a funny meme or something. So if your channel's a little bit more serious and, you know, you're a true crime podcast or something like that, and you have one episode every week or something, you could come in with some kind of funny meme Monday or something of Columbo or, you know, Special Victims Unit or Law and Order or something, and you start to post those once a week. And then people start to, remember we called it like appointment television. It was Friends, 8 o'clock on a Thursday on NBC or whatever it is. You would want to come back. And the more people come back to your channel with recency, relevancy, intent, interaction, the more that YouTube will actually start to serve up your channel more often to said audience. And let's not forget that community posts can also be shown to people who aren't even subscribed to you. You're going to see it in the feed. So it could be an occasion where you want to have it so that other people can get eyeballs on you, right? And this is your Twitter. This is your Instagram. This is kind of those things where you can use it that way because you can do up to 5 images. So all of those carousel quote posts and all that kind of stuff, the listicles that you see on Instagram, you could post them on YouTube. It's funny because most people end up getting those listicles from the YouTube video. You can also just take everything, make it real succinct and dial it down into your 5 carousel post and put it on YouTube. Also, I think that you could use this if you have something that you're trying to sell, like an affiliate relationship. What do I mean? Well, let me tell you what I mean. I feel like I'm still wet because I gave Cooper a bath after his last bathroom incident, and I still feel like it's wet on my shirt. Okay. Michael Peppertech is in the chat, and he says, I've seen a few creators that will upload multiple videos and ask their audience which one they want to see the next before they make them public. Yep. Absolutely. Something I'd not considered before. Yep. Or they're going to a certain event and they ask which companies you'd like them to stop by and get content on. Exactly. So if you're going to CES or NAB or some of those types of things where they have lots of different vendor booths, you could, ask your audience, what brands are you most excited? So if you're El Jefe Reviews and he's like, I'm going to CES and talking about wireless headphones, which brands are you most interested in, right? Or even have a poll. If you say like, is it these Sony's wireless buds or the Shure wireless buds or something from, Nothing? Which one would you like to, make sure I go to the booth and talk to them about? Maybe I'll make a video on that one. You could totally use it that way. You can also do it to help either revive views on an older video, because you can always make a community post from any YouTube video, right? It's under the share button. You can hit create post. It will usually throw up the thumbnail for it. And you'll be able to, maybe give people another reason why they needed to see it. Or say like, if it was a listicle and it was like top 5 whatevers, you could say like, hey, did you see what the number 1 was? Here's a different one that was in that video. Or do you agree with my decisions on this? Or do you have a different favorite that you would recommend? Watch this video, let me know. So you could do something like that. I need to rewind. We were talking about affiliate sales. So we were talking about affiliate sales, and I'm saying one of the things that we could do, and if you think about it, brands are always trying to get more from creators, right? They want a dedicated video when it could be a 30-second integrated video. They want all kinds of publicity. And what you could do is do a package where part of your negotiation strategy is that you create a separate community post, maybe from that video that you did as a sponsor with them or something like that. And the reason why you might want to do something like this is maybe you can give them a guaranteed calendar date that it would stay up. So like, hey, as part of the package, if you do a sponsorship with me, I'll do community posts and it will go out to my X amount of subscribers and it will be in place for 48 hours, right? And you can be like, I won't do any other community posts during that 48-hour period. That makes that deal a little bit more valuable. Okay, so if you think about that, maybe you have a branded UTM link in there with tracking so that you can also then get some data and analytics on how many people are tracking and clicking on that link and how much traffic you are driving to that brand. Because a lot of them, it may or may not be based on conversion. It may be on exposure. Take that one in your pipe and smoke it. Reverse exposure for brands. Anyways, I digress. So if you think about that, you can then use that data as well to be like, hey, if in a community post or it's linked in the video. It is the pinned comment. It is the, above the fold type of line. All of this is combined as a package as part of the low sponsorship price of X. And so, when then brands want to be like, oh, that's too expensive, then you start taking things away, right? No community post, no pinned whatever. So you can do something like that. Hey, no ads. I'm trying to decide what day I'm going to do the makeup on the music stream. I'm not quite sure yet. It might be tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see on that, but definitely also be back on Sunday. So Chatty Cathy says, sometimes I've seen a creator put up 2 videos and ask their audience which one, they would like to see. Meanwhile, the creator ends up uploading, but usually both are already uploaded and you're just asking, which one do you want? And that could be sometimes where you don't have a set content calendar in mind, cadence, and it could be, because sometimes you'll just have these backup videos for in case you get sick, in case you go on vacation, and it's not time bound in any way, so it could just be ready to go whenever. So if your ad sponsor video didn't get approved, if you didn't have something breaking from the next Google I/O, or the WWDC video didn't come out when you wanted, you could have this backup video, right? So that's absolutely a way that you could use it. What I was saying before is, yes, you can put it as part of your sponsorship negotiations that you have a community post, but you could use it if you have something that you're selling, something that you want to drive people to, an email list that you want to get people to be on. You could do something like this, or you can be like, if you have a newsletter that comes out once a month or even once a week or something, and you're like, did you guys check out the newest newsletter that just dropped today? And we're dropping all kinds of juicy details about what it means to get brand deals as a smaller channel, let's say. So if you have something like that, and then you can create almost like a FOMO, and you can say like, oh, if you didn't get it, click here. Sign up for the email list and I'll send it to you, right? And you can even say like, message me after you sign up, and I will make sure to send out this email today to you so you get it, right? And you get more people on your email list. There you go. Or you could have something where it's like, did you guys check out this video that just happened? I have a special discount code for this product that I just had this sponsored video on. You can get your discount here. So someone doesn't even have to watch the video. They could just click on your affiliate link in your community tab and be able to get you money and give them a deal, something like that, right? You could also sit there and say something like, did you check out my top 5 things that you have to have from Amazon under $10 or something like that? You'd be like, this is one of my favorite ones. Also, I've seen friends where they'll do something like, these are the top 5 products that you purchased this last month as like a recap. Thank you so much for all of your support and, clicking on the links that help support me. These are the things that you've been loving this month. And now you've also created, if you've ever studied psychology of like sales, people love to go with the crowd. They love to be part of the group, and they're like 7 out of 10 people do this. You have 8 out of 10 people. You have a couple people that are like, well, I definitely don't want to be in that group, right? But you will have people that are like, oh, the majority of people go with this option. It feels like the safe option. I'm going to go with this. It just happens. Psychologically, it's what happens. Okay, so you can sit there and say, these are the top 5 things that y'all purchased from me this last month. Thank you so much for believing in my recommendations. Here it is. Wow, and you turn it into this game. And now people are looking at this and being like, oh, wow, a lot of people bought this. I was thinking about that too. Maybe I should buy it. Ching, more affiliate revenue for you. Okay, I will say, though, make sure you do reveal it's an affiliate code, because that's kind of not great if you don't do that. Okay, so that is something that you can do as well. So where are we so far? Have we learned anything or gotten any ideas? I know Discord Creator Coach is going to need a few more ideas. That's fine. I got you, girl. But I'm just saying, how are we doing so far with that? Any of those things that you have done / how did it go? Any of you had never done that and are thinking about it and you're like, hey, dude, that's a good idea. Let me know. Groupthink is an interesting psychological phenomenon. I know, right? Man, I know. And it's so weird because This is going way back into the sales days, but a lot of the time it's like 20% of the people are always going to say yes. Doesn't really matter if, because they either like you or they wanted the product anyway. 20% of the people are always inclined to say no, just blank. And what you're really trying to influence is the 60% in the middle. And because the people who are dead set on saying no, you were never going to change their mind. And the people who are always going to say yes, all you had to do was ask most of the time. Sometimes they'll even nudge you and be like, can I get that? And you're like, yes, you can. The 60% influence in the middle that you have, if you do it well and you finesse it, you can 75% of the time it works 100% of the time. If you know the movie, you know. But that's really how like psychological sales work. If you can influence the ones in the middle, because the other ones are not the ones that you're actually going to convince or sway, and you have a better chance of hitting the 60% in the middle. So, but yeah, group, mind, psychological, go with the flow type thing, that is one of the strategies. Absolutely. Say most people that I work with go with X, and they go with X. And then you got the good, better, best strategy, which is always going to be give them a cheap one, a more expensive one, and the middle one. And more often than not, you're going to get them to go with the middle one. It's really, wow, this is going way back. And then there's all the different types of closes. Man, if you guys want to have a video on something like that, we should do that one of these days. Just some of the tips and tricks of like, you guys know how much I hate sales. Like I hate it. And that is because for over a decade, I was indoctrinated into this horrible, horrible environment where we had to sell everything from extended warranties to better, bigger, better, faster things. And most of the time stuff that people didn't need. So there's that. Yeah, man. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the makeup of community posts. So one is going to be, yes, you can put a 16:9 wide image there, but just realize that as the preview comes up, it's going to be truncated and squished into a 1:1 aspect ratio. So it works best if what you have can already be viewed pretty well in a 1:1 aspect ratio. And you can do up to 5. Did they up it? 5, at least last time that I remember offhand, 5 different images in a carousel. So like I said, if you're doing some sort of listicle thing and you want to do that as images and you're already posting them on LinkedIn or Instagram or whatever else on Facebook, if you want to put them on YouTube, absolutely. Let people go through and get the top 5, whatever else it is, and have that be in a quick digestible format, because you really just want to get the eyeballs and attention as much as you can. So that's going to be whether that's in that carousel post, you know, or in a YouTube short or in a long form video. All of those are options. And then also keep in mind that you're going to be able to use GIFs if you want to, or GIFs, whatever team you're on, okay? So you can use those now integrated into your community post. So that could be something where it's just fun and it's animated and it keeps people's attention, and it can be used in a great way. And you can find different ones, you know, like on Giphy. You can search mine if you want to. And a lot of the time you can save them and put them up on the community post. So any links that you put, again, keep in mind that with a community post, just like a description box in a YouTube video, you're going to have that kind of above the fold line. So you want to make sure that if you have anything that's going to be clickable, which you can, and is going to link out to a different site, that it is going to be within the first couple of sentences within your description or your community post, because that's going to be where the majority of the people, if they even come across it, are going to be able to click on something. So especially if you're doing some sort of brand integration and deal, you want to make sure that people are able to click on that link, taking them to wherever to purchase without having to go and search and hit see more, okay? See what you're missing by not, right? Or yeah, it's basically, there's also the takeaway. Like these are all the things that you don't get when you decide to go with this cheaper model. And a lot of people don't like that. There's also basically what we call naming the puppy, which was, and you know what? Naming the puppy has always been, a strategy in the sales world. And you know who else does it? Apple does it. Basically, they put their laptops and their screens and everything at that 45-degree angle because it's actually displeasing to the eye, and most people will physically touch the product to put it at a more ergonomically correct eyesight line for them. So less glare and they see it. But what it does psychologically to you is when you put your hands on the remote, when you put your hands on the device, it's like naming your puppy, and you wouldn't want to give away your puppy after that point. It's like it now has transferred ownership as soon as you touched it. So more often than not, the more you get stuff into people's hands, the less they want to give it back to you. So I used to work in cell phone sales for a little bit. And so you would hand them the phone and be like, oh, picture this, or how does that feel? Like, can you, what do you think of the screen size? And then whenever you would ask it back, there's always this hesitation, like, no, I don't want to give it back to you. Like, it's mine. That was naming the puppy. That's the technique called naming your puppy. And it's grossly effective and really sneaky stuff. We also would do stuff like if there was a guy and a girl looking to buy a television, we'd put the remote in the girl's hands because we knew that a lot of the time the girls were the ones that financially had the final say in the yes or no, and if they were getting a bigger TV or a smaller TV. And so we'd put the remote in the girl's hand and be like, what do you think? And then you'd have to make some sort of joke about how, like, are you gonna... Anyway, it was a whole thing, okay? It was a whole thing back in the day. I'm not proud of it, but it worked effectively, I'll just say. As a tech creator and photographer, I'm going to start posting pics I've taken with a particular device. I think it will draw people in, and maybe they want to see the camera coverage. Yeah, absolutely. You could also do something, these polls, these like A and B things, where one's done with a camera, excuse me, and one's done with a phone, and you can ask people preference. Which one is your preference? Or one of these pictures, or the poll is, which phone was this taken with? Or, which coloring do you like better? I mean, there's tons of different ways that you can run this. So if you had two different photos in portrait mode or something like that, and you can be like, which one do you like better? And then you can have people guess which one it is. And all of that stuff, comments, recency, relevancy, that kind of stuff. And then hopefully you pique and intrigue them so that they want to come back and check it out. You're learning new things here. Yes. Excellent. We're going for that. So if you have the community post, it's a great place where it's one of the places that you can share something and you can tag another creator. So if you did an interview like today, I don't know if it's on there. I don't think they do a YouTube video version. I think they just do an audio version. But my podcast episode on vidIQ's podcast, so, my friend Viper interviewed me for the podcast that just got released today. So if I were them, or if they were me and I wanted to talk about it, I should do that. You can go create a community post and tag them and say, hey, thanks for having me on your podcast. Or, if they already have a video, be like, great to see blank on the podcast. And you tag that person and the creator, and they also then get a notification that they've been mentioned. Hopefully they would comment back or share it, all of that stuff, right? So that's going to be an easy place where you're going to get some engagement, hopefully, maybe get some eyes on it, because if, the other creators are tagged, then hopefully you would also see it on their community tab, or maybe they've shared it as well. And it could be one of those things in the agreement, kind of like a sponsorship, where they also agree, these other channels agree to mention you, and everyone links to each other's videos in some sort of collab, right? So there's that. I must say your live streams have been so much more focused lately, and I love it. I hope it doesn't jinx this for you now. Oh, honey. Go back to the first 5 minutes, because Cooper had a poop emergency, and I had to just leave the blank live stream up for a good 10 minutes while I had to take him potty and then make a doggy diaper out of a potty pad. So that's not focused at all, but I thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you. I will take it. I will take it. Thank you so much. Yeah. And yes, Mr. Camera Junkie. Hey, great to see you. Yes, we were talking about that, how it used to be 1,000 subscribers, then it was down to 500, and now it's, as long as you've enabled the advanced features in YouTube, you are able to access community tab. So that is fantastic, and you should be using it, right? And another thing is, you can use it to promote other people's videos. It doesn't even have to be your own. So I saw that Pixelpia did her first tutorial on Descript. Y'all know how much I heart Descript. I love Descript. And so when I was like, oh my God, she's doing a Descript tutorial. This is fabulous. So if I wanted to, right, I could be like, create a community post off of her video and be like, hey everyone, y'all know how much I love Descript, and my buddy Pixelpia, and at tag her and at tag Descript, just put out a new video on, hey, wait, I think that's the old one, right? Let's disrupt the stream. Oh my gosh, my squirrel brain does. Yes. Wait, thank you, but also someone remember where I'm coming from. We have to come back to this. Oh, it's about Pixelpia. Okay, someone don't let me forget that. Okay, hold on. Let's do this and let's pick a song. Wow. But thank you so much for the super chat. But also, man, hold on. Okay, don't let me forget. Better move along. All right, so let's do a little demonstration here of how we would do this. So hold on just a second. I'm going to come up here and we want to mute that, right? Okay, community. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to do a screen share. So let's try this. Boom. Oh, it's like I knew what I was doing. Oh, y'all on TikTok, just come over to YouTube, okay? You guys can't see. You can't see what I'm doing right now. All right, so here I am on the community tab. You'll see it here. You know what? We have to just, it's so annoying. You cannot currently create community tab posts on your iPad version of YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know. They know it's a problem. But okay, let's talk about this. So first, let me go over and find that video. So let's go to Pixelpia. All right, so this one, oh, wait, 2 videos now? All right, okay, cool.
Hi.
All right, okay. So let's do this one. I think the one that I saw then was your second one, not your first one. Oh, good to know. All right, so here we go. If you guys are seeing this, there is a little arrow with the share button. So we're going to hit share. Then from here, we're going to, at the very top option, we're going to hit create post. So this is where you would normally go if you're going to tweet out, you know, your links and all that stuff. We're going to create a post though. So we're going to come here and hit create post. You see where it automatically creates a clickable type of video link that will automatically import the thumbnail of the video. Okay. So if we say something like, oh, let me make it a little bit bigger over here. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay. So if I say something, you all know how much I capital love with my whole heart. We're going to add Descript. Check out this new video in the Descript series by at Pixel. Yeah, so you can see that you can do multiple tags. So there's that, and then you can here change the audience. So if you wanted to do something where if you have channel memberships currently enabled on your channel, then you can do something where, hey, it goes to all my channel members, or it goes to, you know, just certain levels, something like that. And we're going to talk about this here in a second. We're going to do this as public. All right, and we're going to hit post. Boom. So now if we go to view my community tab, now you should see the post that you could come, you guys can like it. You can like it, okay? And so you can click on it and go directly to it. You can leave comments on it. You can also share from here. You can also see different community posts that I've made. So you guys have seen I'm on the dance team and there's a video posted on YouTube. So I created a community post saying like, hey, I've talked about this dance team I'm on. Here's a video where we were performing. You can click on it here. So here is one where I did a collaboration, right? And I said something like, hey, I was on the Creator Talk with Marcus. And so I want people to maybe go and click on that interview and maybe go watch it. So there's that. Or if I want to share an announcement with y'all, like, hey, y'all, feels like January 31st, 2022 all over again. Right? And I can celebrate. We can say, hey, thanks for being here. And here's that, the thing. Or like I said, I'm sharing someone else's YouTube video and be like, look at this. Here's some information from YouTube about, community policies, profanity policies. So it doesn't have to be your own content that you're sharing. So if one of your friends put out a video and you really like it, share it. If someone that you were on an interview with, share it. So all of this is here at your disposal, right? If someone else did a video about you and hopefully it was a nice one, share it. And that's how you do that. So there you go. And then hopefully you would see this in your mentions, Pixelpia, for when you go into your creator studio, you would see a place where you got mentioned from my video. Okay, so there is that. Now, what we were just talking about, though, is being able to edit the privacy and the audience. Oh, he's so mad. He's walking around in his potty pad diaper, and he's just like, what is happening? Okay, we're going to have to speed this up because we got... Oh, he's mad. Okay. So when we're looking at this and you saw that there is an audience type of filter, if you do have channel memberships, here's something that you can do. If you have multiple tiers or if you just have one tier, works the same. You can create a post that only your channel members can see. You can also create a post to a video that is a member exclusive but is viewable by the public. Why would you do that? To create FOMO. You know what I'm saying? And the reason that you do that is because then you can say, hey, channel members, there's a new channel member video and here it is. And, click on this and you can go watch it. If you're not a channel member, you're going to be like, oh man, that sounds like something that I wanted to watch. Maybe I want to be a channel member. Coming back to sales and psychological warfare. That's one of the reasons that you do it. You can also, just be excited that you have a channel member exclusive and you want people to see it. You can also make it so that only channel members see it too. So there's that. Also, so if you had some sort of survey or poll that you only wanted channel members to see, right? Like, hey, what do y'all want the new members exclusive video to be this month? And you could give them some choices. Then it's not just randos coming in and voting on it. It's going to be actually the people who are subscribed as channel members, right? So that could be another thing to do. Now, another reason why you're doing this, like I said, if you do have a calendar already set for content and you're a week in between times when you're publishing videos, use this to backfill or use this to bring attention to those older videos or ones that maybe aren't performing that well, ones that are cyclical in nature where it's like, hey, we're releasing the top 5 Android editing apps. Did you guys remember last year's top 5? How does it compare? You want to catch the old video? Here it is. You put the video. Also, you can create posts that have then the link to a playlist as well. So if you want to have people talk about a whole specific subject, you could do that as well. All right. So great for sharing on days when you don't really have content planned. Great for sharing a different side of yourself, whether that's going to be memes, behind the scenes, GIFs. And again, you can share anyone else's video. This is a great way for you to build community amongst other people. Great way for you to keep updated in things like, hey, I'm not going to live stream today, or hey, there is a live stream today. Stuff is going to be like that. You're going to have stuff for, the easy engagement stuff, the polls and the questions and the this or that. And you can always make it fun. Like I said, if you do the bracket type stuff and you can do the listicles, you can do the carousel posts, you can link something to some sort of affiliate thing. You can have that as part of your sponsorship agreement and you can just ask questions in general. Okay. So how was that? We just barreled through that really, really quickly, but I'm going to have to go check on my dog because now he's waddling around in his little diaper and it's just not going well for him. Okay. So, okay. Yay. All right, you guys, I'm so sorry. I got a jet because Cooper is waddling. Oh, he's so mad at me. Okay. Appreciate all of you guys and gals so much. I will also be back on Sunday. I know, buddy, I'm coming. Okay. I gotta go. Bye.